What is up, YouTube? Happy 4th of July. As you can tell, we are not in my office. This week has been the hottest week in 22 years in Pennsylvania. If you live on the East Coast, I'm sure you guys are also feeling the heat wave that we've been getting. So I will be in my office after we talk a little bit, and I'm sure I'll become absurdly sweaty. But first off, we're going to start with number one. I know there was no video Saturday, and I'm sorry that I didn't tell you guys, but I actually didn't know I wouldn't be posting. So Saturday, I left work at 1 o'clock, and I slept very, very terribly the night before, so I took like an hour nap. And around 2-ish, I went up to my parents' house, and I started working on a new handboard obstacle, where I worked on that for a couple hours, and it came out pretty good. Not how I wanted it to, so I'm calling it a half fail. And for me only having $7.50 into the project, it worked out pretty well. And then basically right after that, my mother came home and she had bought dinner for me and my chick, and we had dinner with them. And it was such a scorching hot day, we decided to go swimming at my parents' pool. And then my girl invited her parents over, so the 6 of us just ended up having a lot of fun until about 11 o'clock at night. And I was having too much fun to actually say that, hey, you know, even though I filmed and I already did this, I'm leaving, guys, so I can go work for YouTube. I just enjoyed my night. So that's how that happened. And I had already edited the Old School Sunday, so that's why Sunday even had a video, because I was super busy Sunday too, helping rebuild my parents' pool deck, and then doing a small project and going to a cookout with friends. But I already had that video done, so that's good. So that's why I missed uploading Saturday. Now, biggest news for Handskate, or Hangnail, or whatever you would like to call it. And if you're curious, they just rebranded the name. I can't tell you all the reasons why, but I think it's going to work out really good. I think it's going to work out just how Revenge went to Revive. So that's what we're talking about. The new Revive boards. How awesome is that? I can't believe that they've not only got to collab with Braille, but now they're collabing with Revive. And, you know, maybe one day I can get out to the shred quarters, because it's only a 5-hour drive for me from Pennsylvania to Ohio. And maybe I could go hang out with those guys. I don't know. I'm not making promises. But if I could link up with Andy through Handskate Incorporated, this would absolutely be a dream come true. And while I don't have my box yet, because since I don't ride for Revive, I ride for Handskate, I'm waiting for the new graphics to come out on top of the Revive graphics. And once they come out, I will get my box and have some new boards, which is great, because I just had to go back to an old board that was still pretty good, because the current board I was using is starting to fall apart. It is really, really shredded. Like, there's barely any paint left on it. The trucks are so worn, and there is no grip left on it. So I'm just waiting for the new box, but I can't wait. So the obstacle I built, I actually didn't know that I'd be given another obstacle on top of that. So I'll show you guys that in a second once I say it. Basically, my chick's parents, they bought a hot tub like 6 months ago, maybe a year ago, and they bought a square hot tub, and when they got it delivered, they gave them a step for a round hot tub, and it only can be used for a round hot tub, so they have no use for it. But this thing is awesome. It's sick. I've been playing with it for the past 3 nights I've had it, and that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go show you the guys, show you the obstacles now. Then I'm gonna do a couple tricks on each, because I don't want this video to drag too long. And then maybe when this video is done, I have time today, because it has been downpouring. And when I'm done talking, I'll insert the clip of me taking my chick to work with Walmart's parking lot. But we're going to do a few tricks, and if I find the time, maybe I'll film a montage for Saturday. But let's go to my office. Alright, so this is obstacle number 1. It is a mix of like mini ramp plus sloped manual pad, and it is really awesome. And then if I flip it over, it then is a perfect ledge. It's got a mani pad with a slappy curb, This thing is so much fun, and I absolutely love using this. The manuals are great on it. Ended up having these holes in it, which I just dropped 2 of them out somewhere. But I have these small little sticky patches that go, and they're supposed to be so your furniture doesn't slide around, but I use them for, there you guys are. I use them for handboarding, because you can get them at the dollar store. And I just put those in there to block the holes so you don't get stopped. But this thing is awesome. And then the obstacle I made would be this. So it didn't come out the best. The reason why I say it's a half failure is because grab a handboard, grinds, there is absolutely nothing wrong with the grinds. You grind right down, you grind right up. But with manuals, so I didn't take too much time to make it. So this came out perfect for grinds, but before I made this, as I was making this, I didn't realize I'd be given this. So let's get a few tricks for you guys.